Let's wait for this YT live to start. What is going on, YouTube? We are just getting started with a little Amazon FBA Q&A. We got the Friday session here. We got the TikTok live locked and loaded, ready to go. And we are going to get into it. Can I borrow 1 million with 0% interest? No, sir. I am not the bank. Is it still profitable to start an Amazon private label? Yes, Dow, it is. I actually, just to prove that it is still possible, even though, if it's not enough to see the new products that I launch on Amazon successfully, and because some people will say, oh, but that's on existing accounts, or to see my mentorship students succeed, new students launch nearly every single month. If that's not enough, I am taking a brand new Amazon seller account. It currently has $0 in sales. Our first product is on the way to Amazon as we speak. And I'm going to be documenting the journey, taking that account from $0 to $1 million in sales. Brother, and this is, the question is, if you want to make 50K profit every month, how do you do that? You need to start by making $1 in profit a month, right? Don't worry about 50K, brother. That's so far down the line. You're going to get to 50K by getting to 5K and then rinsing and repeating the process until you get to 50. Don't think of, oh, how am I going to get to $1 million? All these things. It's a non-factor because you haven't made your first dollar in business yet. Until you make your first dollar in business, the question should not be how long till I get to $50,000 a month in profit. Let's go. Yes, sir. Airstick, good to see you, my guy. One of the mentorship students up in here. Sadaf, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Another treasure, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate you. Living in Canada, it's safer to start in Canada and go start after reviews and experience? No, start in the US market. All of my students who are in Canada start in the US. All of my students who are in Australia start in the US. I have 30K to start with Amazon, but I'm so scared to start. Well, the beauty of that, Dow, is you do not need to start. I like that. You're funny, Airstick. The beauty of that is you don't need to start with all 30K. It takes 3 to 6K to launch a product on Amazon. The last product that I just launched that's being shipped to Amazon right now for both shipping and cost of goods cost a little under 3 G's. It was $2,700. And then we spend a few $100 to get our listing created, 500 plus-ish. And so all in to have an optimized product listing, great product images, cost of goods, and our shipping, about $3,200. Yes, it costs money to market your product. If you don't want to market a product, then don't start a business. I don't mean to make that advice sound harsh or anything like that, but it's not this free road to success, everybody. If it was as easy as I'm going to launch a product on Amazon and I'm going to see the numbers that I see these successful sellers on TikTok or YouTube get, everybody would be a millionaire. Like, let's grasp our heads around that. If it was easy as just, I'm going to take this product or this product or this product or this product and launch it on Amazon, and I'm going to be entitled to success, then every single person would be a millionaire. But every single person is not a millionaire, right? So let's take it back. What does it actually take to be successful on Amazon? Number one, having a great product. Number two, having a great product listing, which is your title, bullet points, description, images, and having a great review strategy. And then, ready? This is what gets every business to the next level. Great marketing. So yes, it costs money to start a business. It costs money to operate a business. But the alternative is to work for somebody else and help them make their business richer. This isn't like a judgment part. If anybody wants to be a team player, drop it only if you work for like a big company or something. Don't dox your small company that you work for. But if anyone works for like McDonald's or Best Buy or something like that, drop it in the chat. I want to make a point. Maybe because people think I'm going to make a negative point, they're not going to want to say it, but I'll just go ahead and go forward. If you work for insert company here, You are working to make them richer. So those are the two options in life. You work for yourself and build your business. I now work at Burlington store. There we go. Okay, so Burlington. That's awesome. That being said, you are making the owners, the founders, the CEOs, the executives at Burlington richer every day that you clock in. Now you have to go to work. Nobody's arguing that. And in fact, if you decide to start selling on Amazon, you still got to keep your day job, right? It's not even going to require that much time where you have to quit your job. But you're either working for yourself or working for somebody else. You have a lot of competition on Amazon in the USA. Okay, I love this. I love this. I love this. Ready for this? Anybody who says, and this isn't me picking on the person who leaves the comment. It's really like I see people's comments and then I know that they heard that or learned it from somebody else. So it's really me going at those people, not any of you who are leaving the comments. But ready for this? It's too saturated on Amazon. There's too much competition on Amazon. Okay, fine. You believe that? Then nobody should ever go start a restaurant, open up a restaurant. Nobody should ever go open a new franchise, Subway, In-N-Out, whatever. Nobody should ever go start any type of traditional business because there's too many construction businesses. There's too many restaurants. There's competition, guys. There's competition. In fact, you shouldn't even go apply for the job that you work at or a new job if you want to go work there because there's other employees there. There's competition, right? Or if you're applying for a job and there's 10 other applicants, or you want to be a movie star, or you're applying for a commercial and there's 10 other applicants, you should not do it because there's other competition. That's the mindset of anybody who says, oh, but there's competition on the marketplace. Oh, but there's competition on Amazon. Oh, it's saturated on Amazon. Be better, right? Be better. Differentiate your product. Add value into the market. If you see somebody who's selling a microfiber cloth, right, for $1 or whatever, and they have 10,000 reviews and they have the lowest price, they sell it for 99 cents, you're not going to go click copy and paste on what they're doing because they're already winning in that niche. You have to be better than your competition. Anybody would have told the founders of Scrub Daddy, I'm sure we've all heard that brand, don't go start a sponge company. There's too much competition. But what did they do? If they just click copy and paste on any other sponge, Scrub Daddy is not the brand that it is today. But they found a way to differentiate in the market. They added value. They created something unique that, I mean, I'm not a fan of washing dishes or cooking or anything like that, but if I ever do use a sponge, I love the Scrub Daddy. Not endorsed, not sponsored, nothing like that. It's just that good of a product that here I am talking to all of you about it. Be that good in the marketplace that people are sitting there talking about your product and not the competitors. If you fear competition, business may not be for you. What capital do you recommend for the first product? I would say minimum 3K USD. If you were just in here, I just launched a product, 200 units, cost of goods paid for, shipping from the freight forwarder paid for, and we paid for the entire listing to get created, all in $3,200. What up, Luke? How are you? What up, bro? Good to see you. Everyone is saying Canada because it's safer with a low budget. How is Canada any safer, Aman? Again, this isn't me coming at you for the comment. It's me coming at the people who said this to you. How is Canada any safer? There's still competition. You still have to differentiate in the marketplace. You still have to push for reviews. The same things, the same fundamentals that it takes to be successful in the Canadian marketplace, it's the US, except the US is the largest Amazon marketplace where the most customers are buying. If anything, Canada, there's less people buying the products, less sales. Can you still be good at Amazon if you're not good with numbers? Yes, the caveat to that is you have to learn to be good with numbers. You can't make that your excuse. Hands up, I don't know how to calculate my profit margins. You'll fail in business. So I'm not good at math. Math was my least favorite subject in school. I remember sitting there thinking, like, why can I not use a calculator when I get into the real world? That's all I'm going to use. Math is not my forte. There are softwares that help you with this. There's calculators. So you have to become good at math, because if you don't know your numbers in business, you don't know, or excuse me, I shouldn't have said the in business part. If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business. Duet, thank you so much for the follow. I'm doing good at Amazon. I'm just stuck trying to scale because I didn't start with much capital. It's okay. You're just going to have a slower start, Sosa. And there's nothing wrong with that because you don't necessarily have the capital to inject in the business. One thing that I will suggest is try to establish something called net terms with your manufacturer. This is essentially where you order your products, the manufacturer produces those products, they ship the products, then they arrive, and then depending on the net terms that you establish, let's say it's net 30, after they arrive, 30 days later is when you have to pay your invoice. Not all manufacturers have to do this. It's not a requirement, but it is something that they're familiar with and I'm sure do with other clients. If you fear competition, this business is not for you. Exactly. Can you still be good? I answered that. How can I ungate items? You have to get approval by submitting an invoice of at least 10 units from an official wholesaler or distributor. How do you get all your financial data into QuickBooks? Off the top of my head, I can't tell you exactly how to do it, but there's like a link accounts button, and you're able to link your Amazon account, your bank account, your credit cards, your debit cards, your Venmo, your Cash App, your PayPal, literally any financial institution outside of crypto, you can link to QuickBooks, and then it's going to have all of your transactions, any money in, any money out right there for you to categorize. What's up, bro? What up, CC? How much do you need to get started in the UK? Whatever 3K, the equivalent of 3K USD in your guys' money is. Can you still be good at Amazon if you're not? I answered that. If you want to limit competition, move to Mars. Yeah, pretty much. Like it's anything worth doing is going to be competitive. Like there's not a business model that exists where you're going to find it and you're going to be like, wow, you're telling me I'm the first one here? I'm the first one to start this business ever? Probably not. And if you are the first one to start an industry, guess what? You're going to have to pay to educate people on that industry. So it's not going to be this, oh, I launch a product and I'm a millionaire. You're going to have to pay lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of money to educate people. So it's a double-edged sword. You either go into something that's obviously doing well and people know is doing well, so there's going to be competition, or you invent something new and you spend tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of dollars to educate people on that thing. It's almost like if anyone's ever heard of stem cells, right? If you've never heard of stem cells, exactly my point. If you have heard of stem cells, it's not something that's normalized or the standard in the industry or mainstream. It's been 10 plus years of educating people, and it's just now starting to crack the surface and become a little bit more mainstream, even though it's still illegal in the US, right? Or not FDA approved, doctors won't do it. But that's my point. If you're inventing something new, if it's this groundbreaking new invention, okay, have a fun 10, 20-year run until people truly know what it is. But you didn't. I follow you on YT. Let's go. I appreciate you. What is Amazon AI? It depends. They have different AI. They have like their listing AI. They have image AI. They have different AIs that they've integrated. What category do you like the most? Health and household, home and kitchen, toys and games, baby products. What's the first step to set up everything, LLC, Amazon account, etc., or find product recommendation? For me, creating your Amazon account is step one because it makes the process real. When you're paying that $39.99 a month, you ain't going to get discouraged if you look at 10 products and don't find one because you're like, dang, son, I got to get this going. Which freight forwarder do you deal with? I use my own freight forwarder. I created my own. It's the AMZ Masterclass freight forwarder. You guys cannot go look that up and get access to them. It's only available for myself and my mentorship students. These questions tonight are OOC. What's that mean? Do you have someone manually categorize the transactions for you, or do you do it automatically? You can create categories. So for example, or you can create rules. So for example, there was a year where, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say this, where I had over 230 individual Chipotle transactions, right? It was like I didn't cook or anything. I just ate Chipotle every day. I didn't sit there and click on 230 different transactions. It was just you take one transaction and then you create a rule for it. Okay, this is categorized under that. And then it's going to take every single Chipotle transaction and then do that. You could outsource it, give someone user permissions. Never, ever, ever give anybody the main access to your QuickBooks, to your PayPal, to your anything. There's something called user permissions for almost everything. But you'd have to have someone that you trust to look through all of your finances. What are the best websites to find USA suppliers? I don't really use USA suppliers. And if I do, it's very niche down, like a supplement supplier. And then in that case, it's not like a website where you just go look for suppliers. We reached out to suppliers directly. If you were to lose it all, how would you start over? Same way that I started. I would slowly save up the money. I was broke, guys. When I decided I'm going to start selling on Amazon, I didn't have the money to start selling on Amazon. So I would start selling. I would start saving up. I have a video on my YouTube, what I would do if I was broke starting from $0. And I literally mean, it's not clickbait. Like, what would I do if I was at zero? I don't have capital to launch a product. I don't have any money, right? So let's assume, God forbid, tomorrow just lost it all, right? Well, I live in my nice little spot here. What I would do is I would be resourceful. Even if you're not at the level that I'm at, you can still be this resourceful. I would take items. See these items behind me? Things like the lights, things like the decor. I have a few other things. I would take my GoPro. I would take an old iPhone. I would take my stands. I would take my lights. I would take anything and everything that could be of value to someone, and I would start selling it. And then from there, right, once I've built up a little capital, because I, in my place, could sell everything and have enough money to launch multiple products on Amazon. But let's say that you're renting a room, you have one room, you're sharing an apartment with someone, you have limited things. I'm sure that you can scrape together a few things to at least make a couple $100. Okay, now I'm going to take that couple $100. I'm either going to go to garage sales, storage auctions, or auction houses where I can buy lots of things or very cheap things. I would even maybe do like swap meets, or what do they call them? Why am I blanking on them? What's Goodwill called? Anyways, you know what I'm saying, like a Goodwill type store. And I would start buying low ticket items and I would start flipping them on eBay. I think eBay would be a better route for just the one-off flips. I would start flipping them on eBay and I would turn 100 into 5. I would turn 5 into 1,000. I'd turn 1,000 into 2. I'd turn 2 into 4. And I would build up from there until I had the money to start selling on Amazon thrift store. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm not skipping questions. It skipped me to the bottom. I go line by line for everybody's question, y'all. Sometimes I just am taking a bit to answer them. Would you say it's possible to start with as little as 300, not for private label, the business model that I do? Dodo baby, thank you so much for the follow on the TikTok live. I appreciate you. Hey bro, 35% margin, good. Just want to see what you say. Yeah, that's great. Atlanta, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody in the live vibing, asking questions. You're awesome, broski. I appreciate you. You're awesome. How much is your course and do you provide a product? Yes, I do have the product selection option. Out of that 3.5, how much is actual profit? This account runs at a 40% profit margin after everything. What is FBA dashboard? It's the Amazon FBA, which is Amazon seller sales dashboard. But the Masterclass, the program, I do have the product selection option. Sorry. Okay. Let's go. Roughly how many categories of transactions do you have, and how do you determine what the category is? It gives you lists, and you can create your own categories as well. Speak with a CPA, brother. They're going to help you navigate that best. Okay. Do sourcing agents charge a commission? Yes, they have to make money somehow. So if you have 40K revenue, 30 to 35 profit, you get paid 10K to your bank account. Roughly so. How do I know if his product is gated, if it's branded? Roughly how many? I answered that. What is your YouTube channel? Same as my TikTok, Luke Basha. Liv, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. And just started bond. More cap and knowledge. I'm getting your mentorship because I heard your PPC is amazing. Brother, my PPC Masterclass is unmatched. I don't want to sound too cocky or anything, but I have had students who have watched all the videos on YouTube about PPC ads. I've had students join from every single mentorship program that is on the internet for Amazon private label. And there has not been a single person who tells me, nah, bro, you exaggerated about your PPC Masterclass. It's not what it cracked out to be. It is that. If it was a person, my PPC Masterclass is that guy. Joe, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. SC, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Everybody in the live vibing. Is 35% profit good? Yes, it's great. Zavizo, thank you so much for the follow. How much is required to start? Even as a beginner, how much can I at least make sure is set up as startup? There's nobody who can guarantee how much you can make, but to start, about 3K USD. You do private label or wholesale? If private label, what category, like vitamins or other? We do have a supplement account. I would not recommend supplements as a new seller. That account was established 4 years ago. It was a different game, and now we're one of the top players in that game. I would never go launch that product today in 2025. That being said, yes, I do private label. My favorite, there's good products in almost every category. I like home and kitchen, health and household, office products, baby products, toys and games, pet supplies, kitchen and dining, patio and lawn, tools, home and improvement. Chosen products. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. How much is the PPC? It's included in the, it's part of the AMZ Masterclass, brother. So, I mean, if you get on a call with my team, we can maybe set you up with the PPC guide itself, but I think it would make more sense getting the full program, just because what we would charge for the PPC Masterclass, the gap between that and then having access to everything that comes with the program isn't too much. No, you get product cost, shipping. Oh wait, somebody asked a question. So Amazon takes 60% of sales. No. That's a big misconception that, like, okay, remember you asked what's the profit. So if you're doing 3 million in sales and your profit is 1 million, you still have to account for your cost of goods and your shipping. That's not included in your profit, but you still make that money back. So let's say it was an additional $500,000 in inventory and shipping. You make that money back. It's just not considered profit. The only money that you don't get back is money that's spent on ads, returns, and FBA fees. That goes to Amazon. Boof, gone into the ether. Everything else comes back to you, but not everything else is necessarily considered profit. How are private label sellers getting 300 to 400 sales with low reviews? I mean, they're in the right market. Number one, they've differentiated well, and they have a great listing and a great marketing strategy. I've been there and plenty of times with products. Oh, we got the YT chat. Sorry, I'm saving to be your student. The budget that I have now, I will start with. Let's go, Iman. Can't wait to see you in the program. How much rev do you make every month, if you don't mind me asking? 6 figures, my friend. El Sistemas, thank you so much for the follow on TikTok. Do you need an EIN or DBA to sell on Amazon? You do not. You can start as a sole proprietor. Which country do you live in? Beautiful United States of America. So if you make 100K, you only get 30K paid. That's crazy. In what world is that crazy, brother? If you start a construction company, the average profit margin is 2%. So if you make, I mean, obviously those are multi-10 million, multi-million dollar deals, but it's average 2 to 5%. Average restaurant business is average 10% or lower. Amazon private label and e-commerce businesses, 30, 40, 50% margins is higher than 90% of traditional business models out there. So no, it's not crazy at all. It's actually great. It's amazing. I think the only business that beats it is digital products, because then the margins, is just insane. TikToker, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. For selling in USA from Canada, can we use Canadian address? You can. How long have you been selling on Amazon? Selling for the last 3 years, doing wholesale, want to get into private label. I have been selling on Amazon a little over 6 years now. I started January 1st, 2019. CRS, hop on a call with my team and they will let you know about more info on that. So you've been long in the game. I have. That is why I consider myself an expert. Amazon is, let's see what this is. Has unsustainable inventory complaint, might have bought stolen inventory. Amazon has unsuitable inventory complaint, might have bought stolen inventory. You bought stolen inventory? That is not great. A bank account with Wise is safe. I know quite a few people who use Wise. I use Wise to pay some of my overseas freelancers. I want to sell in Germany and UK. I mean, US is the biggest market, my friend. Is it possible to do what you do without any following on social media platforms? Yes. I didn't have any followers when I started this. That's the beauty of e-commerce, guys, is the market doesn't care who you are. The market doesn't care what country you live in or are from. The market doesn't care what you look like, what race you are, how your physical appearance. It doesn't care about your childhood, if you had it good, if you had it bad, if you were rich, if you were poor. The market only cares if you have a good product and you market that product properly, because obscurity is the reason why most businesses fail. If nobody knows that you have the greatest if nobody knew that Apple existed, then we wouldn't all be using Apple products. But good product, good marketing equals success. Bank student. What bank account student is Canada? Wait, student in Canada are using? I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to ask them. Do you only sell in USA? No, we sell other places, but USA is the main one. How do you recommend to find a product? I use the Helium 10 or the Amazon search method. If you've never seen those, you're like, what is this guy talking about? I have videos on my TikTok and my YT on how to do this. In fact, like So many videos on TikTok, so many videos on YT. It'd be pretty easy to find my exact, and I don't gatekeep information. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I analyze products, as well as exactly how I do product research. And I show all of my product research methods. How does the Amazon search method work? Go watch my last product research video on YouTube. I'll explain it to you, but it's easier to see it and follow along. Essentially, you search something generic on Amazon, you find a product that catches your eye, and then you're going to identify the main keyword and then go analyze that product market further on Amazon. Are there any violations or restrictions that come with private label? No. Did you do private label from the start? I did. Do you have weekly calls, or what does your program look like? Yes, and if anyone notices, when somebody types out course, I always change the word course for a program, because it's much more than just a course. I'm sorry for anybody who's just hopping in the live. I've been giving straight value for the last 30 minutes. This is just one quick question that we do have. I did do private label from the start. I say start with the business model you want to end with. And with my program, you have over 100 step-by-step video guides on my exact process on how to sell on Amazon. You have direct access to me, so you can reach out to me for questions directly. You have access to the private Facebook group with over 300 students all on the same journey as you. You have access to a one-on-one Zoom call with me at the time of your choosing for me to audit your accounts, your ads, get a one-on-one FaceTime with me. You also have access to weekly group coaching calls where we go over in-depth Amazon lessons, and it's another opportunity every week for you to get face-to-face time with me. You have access to the AMZ Masterclass Freight Forwarder, where on average students save 30 to 50% on shipping. You have access to the listing creation service, where my team of copywriters and graphic designers will create your product listing for you, and students get a discount to that. You have access to the product selection option, where based on the criteria that I use and teach, I'll select your product for you. Woo! And am I missing anything else? I probably am. There's so many things that I'm surely missing something. I think those are the main ones. And if you guys are interested, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship in the TikTok bio. Okay, what was your breakthrough, or did you build a team and progressively improve? No, there was no team needed to be built. That's the beauty of how I do business on Amazon. I could be a one-man show if I wanted to and still scale all the same. My breakthrough was me deciding to start selling on Amazon. And I don't say that as a joke or to avoid your question, because I'm not one of the guys who had 6 failed products, 2 failed products. I had success month 1 selling on Amazon. So I'm not going to sugarcoat that like I didn't have a really good run. My breakthrough was I didn't want to sell on Amazon. I wanted to be a rapper. I finally decided to sell on Amazon and take the mentorship that my cousins kept offering me. They guided me and mentored me throughout my journey, and that was the breakthrough, kind of doing a full 180 on my life. My account has the Inform Act warning again after it was approved, but the warning is back. Sometimes that happens. Just reapprove. Is there no easier way to find product? Bro, that's one of the best ways to find product. The product's not going to just get handed to you unless you want to join the mentorship and pay for product selection. Then I'll hand you a product. That's the easiest way. You do nothing and you just get a product that meets the criteria. I need to start in Europe market. I don't have tax number. How to get tax number, please. Create an LLC in the US. And you don't need United States LLC or EIN number to start in the US. When you say minimum is 3K, are you including PPC and everything else included? No, I'm not including PPC, because you don't pay PPC out of pocket unless you lose money on ads. So I wouldn't include that in the budget. Good to see you, by the way, Iron, another one of the students. Adam, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, so you never failed on Amazon? I did not say that. I said I did not fail at the start. I have had failed products since, handful, not too many. And all of those products that I did fail were me not sticking to the fundamentals that made that very first product such a success. That is why I scream from the rooftops, stick to the fundamentals. And everyone's like, oh, this guy didn't give me the advice to get to $1 million by tomorrow. It's like, no, just stick to the fundamentals. You'll get there. So essentially starting is the hardest part, in my opinion. Yes, that's where most people starting and continuing to go, Todd. Most people will fail to start. And then when they do start, they think that they're entitled to success just because, oh, I launched a product on Amazon. Why is the market not making me a millionaire? Again, if it was that easy, we would all be millionaires. But that is just simply not the case. Have you ever had legal issues like patent products trying to take your money? No. The only legal issue with a brand that I almost had is almost losing my trademark, but I guess that wasn't even a legal issue. That was just a trademark issue. Because OA and RA, you can get like Section 3. Is there anything sometimes that comes with private label? No. I understand that game, bro. I just struggle to stay motivated without an end goal or idea. Along with the amount of people selling CAP courses, I understand. And going back to that point that I just said, I know it's a little hypocritical for me to say this, and I have a program, but I'll touch on that a little bit more in a second. But hold on. But that's what I was saying earlier about how like people think that they're just entitled to success because they launched. Do you know whose fault that is? That's all I don't want to even say like me, because I feel like I don't do this, but it's because of all the people on the internet who make it sound like, oh, just start an Amazon business, bro. You're going to become a millionaire. Okay, maybe not though. You're not entitled to success just from starting. But that's also why I design my content and my program to be the opposite of all of those things. You know, I try to actually give value. I want to see people actually get the same value that I got from my cousins who mentored me. Are you a wholesaler, private label? Private label. But I need to start. Brother, you keep repeating the question, but I answered it. You don't need a tax ID number from the US to start in the US market. Is the top dash to show for the live? The number never changes. It actually does change, Stephen. It is just for the live, but I'm not going to go into the Amazon account every single day and update the screenshot and then crop the screenshot and then upload it to my phone, drag it from my computer to my phone. It's just a little extra. So I change it once a month. So last time it was updated was the beginning of this month, or the end of last month, I should say. Hey, Luke, what is the best way to reach you? The mentorship messenger, brother. Messenger. I've just been, if you message me today, I've been out, and the live is the first time I've been at my desk. So product research, just like Helium, 30 to 40% margins and differentiate. Yes. Is Amazon ads effective? It's the most effective way to get sales on Amazon. In order to scale, you have to continuously increase your budget, essentially, and optimize your strategy, but you're going to be profitable. So don't think that it's like money leaving your pocket just for no reason. Let's go. All right, everybody. If you guys like the lives, you guys like the videos, and you want a more in-depth guide on how to sell on Amazon, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship Program in the TikTok bio. It truly is the Harvard of Amazon private label education. In my opinion, nothing comes close. Ashley, thank you so much for the follow. What is a good ACOS? You got to base it on tacos, brother. Tacos. Total advertising cost of sale, because that's going to show your true profitability. But on that note, I love you all. Be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship in the TikTok bio. I hope everyone has a blessed weekend, and I will see y'all soon.